Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Travel Inspired Podcast. We are your hosts, Rob Kerri Stuart, coming to you from the Creating Magic Vacation Studio in beautiful Windermere, Florida. This is episode number 153, our take on travel trends in 2025.
And we hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
So as we wrap up 2024, we're looking forward to sharing some 2025 travel trends and things that we think are going to happen.
Yeah, I've been really excited about this show because on our last show, we talked about multi-gen trips, and that is one of the biggest trends that we're seeing.
Yeah.
But also in 2025, solo trips is another really big trend.
This is one that kind of snuck up on me because obviously we don't travel solo. And one of our partners, Riviera River Cruises, they have 55 cruises next year just for solo travelers.
And that means every cabin is just one person. And this is not just a promo for solo travelers to join a regular cruise. This cruise is only for them. So here is something that we are thinking about for us maybe later in November of 2025. This is kind of a trend, is working remotely for a month. Not doing the solo travel thing, but working remotely for a month.
And we covered this, and we talked about this in episode number 151, the digital nomad. And that's where we're looking to go, and that is Florence, Italy.
And what's so awesome is with the advances in internet and cell phone technology, you really can work from just about anywhere in the world.
I was talking to our friend Guido from Ciao Italy Tours, and I was telling him we were using Duolingo, and I'm like almost 1,400 days into this app, so almost 4 years at this point. And I'm still not even being conversational in Italian.
And we should probably practice at home.
We should. See.
But here's what will make the biggest difference is being immersed in a country. That's going to be like way better.
I know we were talking to one of our travel partners from Lindblad Expeditions last week, and she was telling our agents we do a weekly training, and she was telling us how expedition cruising is where river cruising was 15 years ago.
And that to me is so eye-opening because we were there when river cruising, especially in Europe, started to become very popular. Mostly because of Viking River Cruises, now called Viking Cruises, because they did add some ocean cruises to the lineup. But this is a trend to follow.
So if you look at where river cruising was, again, 10 or 15 years ago, we predict expedition cruises will grow even faster than the rate that river cruising did, again, starting 15 years ago.
And I really think one of the biggest factors of why is because the internet has expanded. And then also another factor could be the way people are now traveling after that shutdown.
The trend is really that people are not putting off trips that in the past, they may have put off and said, okay, we'll do these in 10 years. We'll do these when we retire. They're not doing that anymore. They're saying there's no time like the present and we're going to travel now.
Yeah. And then we're also seeing posts telling adults to spend the money and enjoy the bucket list now, as opposed to just leaving it to all the kids. I've seen so many social media posts about that.
And if you do post anything like that, I want to thank you personally because we do call that job security.
So as we mentioned, solo traveling is something, and we're going to cover this in depth on our next show, number 154. It is a trend for 2025 and not just among the singles. But there are a lot of individuals who really just want to see the world on their own. It's very interesting.
It is. And another trend is what is called experiential travel. And you put that, simply, experiential travel is travel that focuses on the experiences first. It's not going and hanging out at a beach and just getting tan. It's not, going on a cruise and doing every possible excursion that you can. What we're trying to do with Italy is really immerse yourself in the country and really become a local.
Yeah, it really is more about the experience. And we're not saying that those getaways where you do absolutely nothing, you sit around and read a book. Yeah. But it is something that is becoming more and more popular.
So it really is for someone who is, again, more into the immersion part of travel. And it's because you really get to know that particular culture, the certain places, the shops, the restaurants, the locals that live there. And whether that is a specific site in general, or maybe it's just in general part of a country.
Yeah, it's very similar to what we're looking to do in Italy, which is be there, get an apartment, stay for a month, and just be a local.
Another trend we see is, and this is what we call special event cruises. Now, we have not only known about these for over a decade, we've done 3 of them. In 2013, 14, and 15, we sailed on the TCM cruise.
And that stands for Turner Classic Movies. Now, they still do them, and they've been doing them every year, and they're back to selling on the Disney Magic, which that's my favorite Disney show. I love that one.
So but you really have to be a classic movie fan, though, because the pricing, and now they've moved these to 5-night cruises, is pretty crazy. You know, they got to pay for all the talent and the stars.
They do. But there are specialty cruises for just about every interest. We're talking from bands to music festivals to even some obscure hobbies. There really is a specialty cruise for everything.
Including people that like Formula One racing.
That's true.
Like moi.
Yeah.
So expect and plan for these types of trips. You're going to pay a premium, and it's worth it. It can be maybe a few hundred to maybe a couple thousand or more if you're talking about the TCM cruise. But just like a concert where you're going to pay for good seats, think of the access and also the exclusive experiences that you get with these types of trips.
Yeah. The other one we see in trends is international travel in 2025. More and more people want to travel internationally. They want to go to new places. And the reason is because social media is educating you about all of these amazing places you didn't know existed.
So another place that tends to be really popular right now, and that is Japan. And we have a couple of our agents that specialize in that. So that's how we know, if we haven't been to a place, usually a couple of our agents have been. And so we get to learn a lot from our agents. And Japan is hot right now.
Yeah. We also have some great travel partners for every international destinations around the world. And there are even some people, they're going to Japan, but also some of the Far East and exotic locations like Cambodia and Laos and Vietnam.
And Vietnam, yeah.
Super popular.
Eastern Europe is also becoming more popular. And I'll say like Slovakia, Croatia, Montenegro. And the big trends there are private yacht charter. And I'll tell you where this kind of trend started. And it was because of Game of Thrones. Everybody was going to Dubrovnik. And I remember 15 years ago, we're like, I don't know, where's Dubrovnik? Oh, it's in Croatia. Oh, of course. Where's Croatia? We didn't know. But because of these TV shows, it's literally put some of these countries and these destination cities on the map.
Yeah. And doing a yacht charter just makes sense up and down.
We're going to work
coast.
on one of those for sure.
So there you have it. Our top trends that we are seeing for 2025. Of course, cruising is going to continue to be super popular. They cannot build the ships fast enough.
But also, if you think about it, the national parks in the U.S., we can thank TV shows like Yellowstone for making the western part of the country maybe a new, maybe not so new bucket list destination. I know that we're going to be traveling with some friends of ours to a dude ranch in about 6 months.
Yeah. No,
that is going to be crazy.
It's super popular. So if this interests you and you want to check out some new destinations for 2025 and beyond, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel or our podcast, because this year we have some amazing destinations, some travel tips, and even some sneak peeks into some exclusive and unique destinations and itineraries for 2025 and 2026.
And we really hope you are watching us on YouTube, because then we get to do a little bit of show and tell. And we get to insert some pictures of things we're talking about. And if we can help you plan your next vacation, maybe it was something you heard today, maybe it's something that was on your list that we didn't cover, please reach out to us or your Creating Match Vacations travel advisor.
Until next time,
never stop exploring.